Most image vectorizer tools have one impressive trick: they can turn pixels into paths. The problem is that those paths are often a nightmare. Too many shapes, weird color islands, lumpy edges, and a file that technically says SVG but edits like garbage. This is the cleaner way to vectorize an image. If you have tried a normal auto trace, you know the trap. The preview looks sharp, so you download it. Then you open the file and find hundreds of tiny pieces. Recoloring takes forever. Cutting machines choke. Design tools lag. Developers do not want to paste it into a site. The conversion worked, but the asset failed. SVG Genie treats image vectorizing as a rebuild, not a blind trace. You start with the reference image, describe what matters, and generate a clean editable SVG that keeps the idea while dropping the noise. The goal is not more paths. The goal is a vector file you can actually use. I picked this topic after the queue was exhausted and checked replacement ideas with data for SEO. Image Vectorizer was the strongest unused candidate, with about 18,100 monthly searches. The YouTube results are mostly Photoshop, Illustrator, and generic vectorizer tutorials. That leaves room for the cleaner SVG workflow. A real vector file should give you leverage. It should scale without blur, load quickly, open in Figma or Illustrator, work on the web, and let you edit fills, strokes, shapes, and groups. If your image vectorizer gives you a flattened mess, you are still stuck doing cleanup by hand. Start with the image. It can be a sketch, a sticker, a logo, a product photo, a badge, a mascot, or an AI image that you want to turn into source. The image provides the direction, but SVG Genie does not have to preserve every pixel. Now, at the cleanup instruction. For example, vectorize this cafe sticker as a clean editable SVG, keep the cup, steam, bad shape, and bold colors, simplify shadows, remove background noise, use smooth paths, and make it ready for web, print, and cutting. A few seconds later, you get SVG directions that behave like source files. They are crisp at any size, easier to recolor, easier to simplify, and easier to export. That is the difference between an image vectorizer that only traces and one that helps you ship the asset. Here is the choice that matters. A raw trace tries to keep too much information. A clean vector rebuild keeps the silhouette, the important shapes, the palette, and the useful visual idea. It sacrifices tiny raster detail so the final SVG becomes editable. Use this prompt formula. First, name the source image, photo, sketch, PNG, logo, sticker, or icon. Second, name the target, clean editable SVG. Third, add constraints, limited colors, smooth paths, transparent background, no tiny texture. Fourth, name the use case, web, Cricut, sticker, app, merch, or print. Color is where most vectorizer tools get messy. Shadows become dozens of accidental shapes. Gradients become bands. Texture becomes noise. If you want a useful file, ask for a limited palette and simple color regions. A cleaner SVG is usually more valuable than a literal one. If the first version is too busy, do not spend an hour deleting anchor points. Regenerate with stronger constraints, fewer shapes, thicker outlines, more negative space, flatter colors, simpler curves, and clearer separation between objects. Iteration is faster than repair. This worked for the jobs people actually search for: vectorizing logos, turning images into stickers, making cut files, cleaning AI art, rebuilding icons, making web illustrations, creating badges, and turning rough sketches into graphics that can move through real design and production tools. And because the output is real SVG source, you can inspect it, paste it into HTML, recolor it in code, tweak it in Figma, export a PNG preview, or send the master file to Illustrator, Inkscape, Cricut, or a print workflow. The SVG stays the source of truth. The reason this matters is simple. Image Vectorizer has strong search demand, and the top YouTube results prove people want faster conversion. But the winning promise is not just speed. It is clean, editable SVG output that saves the cleanup step everyone quietly hates. You can try SVG Genie free with no credit card required. After that, credit packs start at $9 with no subscription to cancel. If one image turns into a clean, reusable vector instead of an afternoon of manual cleanup, the math is easy. So stop accepting vector files that are technically SVGs but practically useless. Go to svggenie.com, use the image vectorizer workflow, and turn your reference image into clean, editable SVG source you can resize, recolor, cut, print, code, and actually own.